I spent $6,300 cold calling 10,000 property owners looking for seller finance deals. Most people told me I was crazy, that I'm wasting my money. Well, guess what? I closed a deal that paid me $30,000 in commission, and I have 3 more deals in the pipeline worth over $100,000. That's a 476% return on investment. And I'm about to show you the exact numbers, what worked, what didn't, and whether you should do this in your market or not. Because here's what nobody tells you about cold calling for seller finance deals. It's not about how many calls you make, it's about who you're calling and what you say when they pick up. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how much it costs, what kind of results to expect, and the biggest mistakes that waste your money. I was already finding deals on market using my Zillow strategy, but I wanted to test direct-to-seller methods to see if I could find better deals with less competition. Now, cold calling is more expensive than calling active deals, but potentially higher quality leads. The question was, is the ROI worth it? My goal was to find properties owned free and clear where the owner might be open to seller financing. These are the golden opportunities. The investment, I used managed cold callers at $6 per hour through a company called CRI. The total cost was $6,300, including my skip tracing. I knew this would take 3 to 6 months to see results. This isn't a get-rich-quick strategy, I can promise you that, but if it worked, it could become a consistent lead source for my business. You can't just call random people. You need a targeted list. I used PropStream with very specific filters. Here's what they were. Filter number 1, geographic area, Utah County and Salt Lake County. That was my target market, still is. Filter number 2, the property type, multifamily 3+ units. That's my niche. Anything 3+ up to 12 units. Filter number 3, the years of ownership. I want them to have owned it for 15+ years because that's a much higher likelihood of it owned free and clear. Filter number 4, estimated equity, 90%+. They either own it free and clear or it's super close to it. Filter number 5 is owner occupancy. No, I want investors, not owner occupants. This gave me a list of 218 properties initially. Then I expanded the criteria to get 10,000 total leads across multiple campaigns. Then I took that list and I skip traced the list using direct skip to get phone numbers. This costs about 10 to 15 cents per record, but it's essential. You can't call without phone numbers. The quality of your list determines the quality of your results. Garbage in, garbage out. I hired managed cold callers through CRI at $6 per hour. My minimum commitment was 10,000 leads. The script was simple and direct. Hi, this is blank calling on behalf of Tanner Litchfield. We're looking to purchase multifamily properties for top dollar in Utah County with a strategy that can save you a ton in taxes. Do you own the property on 123 Main Street? Great. We're specifically looking for properties where the owner might be open to seller financing. Is that something you'd ever consider? If yes, perfect. Let me get some information and have Tanner reach out to you directly. If no, no problem. If you ever consider selling, would you be open to us reaching out? That goes on my nurture list. The callers qualify the leads and send me the interested ones. My job is to follow up within 24 hours and think about next steps, going to see the property, negotiating terms, etc. This cuts down my prospecting time to a fraction. The time commitment is about 2 to 3 hours per week following up on the leads. All right, so I spent $6,300 and had people calling 10,000 property owners. Now here's where it gets interesting. The results were not what I expected. Some parts worked incredibly well, while other parts were a complete waste of money. So let me break down the exact numbers. The total leads called were 10,000, right? The contact rate was about 15 to 20%. That's 1,500 to 2,000 actual conversations. This is pretty normal. Most numbers are disconnected, wrong numbers, or no answer. You're not going to reach everyone. If they're interested in selling, that's usually about 3 to 5% of contacts. That's 45 to 100 people. Open to seller financing, that's probably 1 to 2% of the contacts. That's 15 to 40 people. Now, the qualified leads that were sent to me were 32 leads over the entire campaign. The deals that I'm actively working on, there's about 4 of them currently in negotiation. Out of those 4, I had 1 listing that went live and 1 referral deal, a $6 million commercial property that paid me $30,000 in commission. And that's just on a referral fee. The total cost is $6,300. My current return is $30,000 commission. That's a 476% return on investment. And I still have multiple deals that are in the pipeline. If even 1 more closes, like that listing that I have live, I'm at over a 10x return on investment. So let me tell you what worked incredibly well. Number 1, that targeted list, the 15 plus years of ownership and 90% equity filters were absolutely crucial. These people actually own properties free and clear. Number 2, multifamily focus. Multifamily owners are more sophisticated investors. They understand seller financing better than single family owners. Number 3, the managed cold callers versus doing it myself. Paying $6 per hour was absolutely worth it. I couldn't make 10,000 calls myself while running my business. It's impossible. Number 4 is my follow-up. The sellers got me in the door, but my follow-up conversation and my negotiation skills of 8 years are what closed the deals. I didn't pitch seller financing immediately. I asked about their situation, their goals, what they wanted to do with the property. Then I positioned seller financing as a solution to their problem. Number 5, persistence. Some leads took 3 to 4 follow-up calls before they were ready to even talk seriously. Most people give up way too early. Now, I want to be completely honest with you. Not everything worked. In fact, some things were a total waste of money. If I could go back and do this again, here's what I would change. What didn't work? Number 1, single family homes. I tested this on a smaller batch with a way lower success rate. Single family owners are more emotional, less investor minded, so it was really hard to pitch my seller financing options. Now, number 2, shorter ownership periods. When I tested 5+ years instead of 15+, the contract rate was higher, but almost none of them were owned free and clear. So it was a waste of time for my specific niche. Number 3, generic scripts. Early on, the script was way too salesy. When we made it more conversational and direct, the results improved dramatically. Number 4, not following up fast enough. In the beginning, I'd wait 2 to 3 days to call leads back because I was busy, and by then they'd talk to other investors or lost interest. Now I make sure I call within 24 hours. Number 5, and the last one, is the wrong markets. I tested this in areas I don't know well, which was a complete waste of money. Stick to markets that you understand like the back of your hand. My biggest lesson, this is not like on-market deals where you can close in 30 days. These are relationship building conversations. Some leads took 6 months plus to convert. So the question is, should you do this? Now here's my honest answer. Do this if you have 5 to 10K to invest in your own marketing and you're comfortable with a 3 to 6 month timeline. You're good on the phone and you can follow up consistently and you have a specific niche. Don't do this if you need deals in the next 30 days. I would go on market instead. You don't have capital for marketing, start with free strategies. You're not willing to follow up 5 to 10 times per lead, or you don't have a clear target market. My recommendation, start with on-market deals first. It's free, you get immediate results, and you learn the seller finance process. Then add cold calling once you have some deals under your belt and capital to invest. Use it as one piece of your lead generation, not your only strategy. Here's what nobody talks about, the hidden benefits of cold calling. I got market intelligence from people who didn't want to sell. They told me about rent rates, what other investors are doing, market trends. It helps me get engulfed into the market that I'm investing in. I got referrals. Several owners said, I'm not selling, but I know someone who is. I got literally 3 referrals this way. I built a nurture list of 40+ people who said, not now, but maybe in 6 to 12 months. That's my future pipeline. And I got so much better at seller conversations. Every call was good practice for my niche. The bottom line, I spent $6,300 and I made $30,000 with potential for several more deals. It works, but it's not for everyone. Follow me, guys. I'm giving away literally everything I've learned in the past several years at zero cost to you. I just want to add value.